At it, coronavirus day 330, and we have 1,670 cases. But there are two things I want to talk about. One has to do with the large gathering, and this time in is Guelph, part of the Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph region, and the other one has to do with March break. And the other thing I want to talk about is the Moderna vaccine. Technically Moderna Inc. incorporated right now because there's some information they are not showing to us. So today's coronavirus cases is at 1,670. So 667 high cases are from Toronto, 317 is from Peel region, 125 is from York region, and 100 in Halton region. Okay, so this time Halton region is on the list. (155) UK variants are in Ontario, and one South African variant in Ontario so far. 45 deaths have been reported. I'll talk about the Moderna first. So the Moderna Incorporated, they reduced their shipments again. So they only said that they will be sending about 78% of candidate expected allotments of vaccines during the first week of February. So So this is a big problem because Pfizer Incorporated, they actually told why that they were limiting the shipments of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine. It's because they make their vaccines in Belgium, and they're upgrading their facilities to try and produce up to 2 billion vaccines. So increase production. So they've actually explained why there's a delay. Yet Moderna Incorporated, they never even bothered to explain why. So the sooner we get the AstraZeneca vaccine, the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and Novavax vaccine, the easier it is for all of us. Guelph. Okay, so this is Guelph. So they they busted So there's a noise complaint at an address somewhere in the city and found at least 10 people inside, including 4 who lived there. So the four residents who actually lived there, they were like charged with violating Guelph's nuisance party bylaw and failure to comply with the coronavirus restrictions, and of course the stay-at-home rules. So they got charged $615 so charges, and then 880 to fail to comply with the Reopening Ontario Act, and then $1,000 for obstructing an officer. So you don't mess with the police officer. So that was like $2,625 in total. So I did not understand why like people want to have like gatherings like that's like literally that serious, and not to forget that the region next to them, London Middlesex region, yeah, there was one of the UK coronavirus variants were like revealed there, and of course Wellington, Dufferin, Guelph has high coronavirus cases. It may not make the main list, but it's dangerous. So so they couldn't have waited until coronavirus was actually over, and if people actually complied to the rules, so the stay-at-home rules, it may end at February 11th next week, but it could be extended. So people should avoid the contact with the people they don't live with, and then most people in the Guelph, it's revealed that most people in Guelph are following the guidelines and doing their part, contributing the following coronavirus safety rules and stay-at-home rules. March break. Okay, so there might be a cancellation of a March break in order to curb the spread of coronavirus. Although many parents are angry about this. No kidding. Well, technically March break, we wouldn't be having a March break because last year March break we didn't even have a March break because it was coronavirus. That was the first time we had coronavirus. First week of coronavirus, and I had to stay home doing this, trying to quarantine myself, trying to do my work. although the March break, people shouldn't be going anywhere right now, and you know, they should stay home and avoid travel, given the emergent because of the new coronavirus variants, and of course, don't forget we have increased cases of the UK variant, and we have the South African variant in the PL region right now. Who knows? It might have spread, but we're nothing about the Brazil virus yet, but. So the March break decision will be entirely on public health imperatives. So if it gets worse, canceled. Although even though like March break, what I think people should do is they should don't go anywhere, stay at home, except for reasons like shopping and maybe your work or well the basic is essential reasons. Only like that travel is an absolute no option because yeah, I know a lot of people are trying to escape the cold weather. And this kind of explains why Air Canada, WestJet, Sunwing, and Air Transat have canceled their flights to the Caribbean and Mexico destinations. So that would be canceled until April. So yeah. So they may be thinking of maybe starting a summer break early. So maybe that could be good because we need a break. But that also means follow coronavirus safety rules. So stay at home rules are still in effect. And now police are looking for people who have large gatherings, and they will charge people. The latest ones have been one in Chinatown, downtown Toronto, and one has been, and the most recent one is in Guelph. So stay-at-home regulation, they might end February 11th, or they might continue. Please keep in mind. So when says, but you can still do shopping, work, school, banking, medical appointments, if arranged, business appointments, if allowed. Well, depends. Childcare services, access to governmental social services, delivery of goods. Caregiving, please keep it under 5. Take a child to the parent or guardian. Take someone in the same household to approved place under the order. Helping someone who is experiencing domestic violence, unsafe conditions, or in need of emergency assistance. You can go out for exercise. You can walk your dog. although you must leash your dog at all times. Skating is allowed, although please check if you are allowed to skate in a certain, some skating air. Southern cities do not allow skating in certain, You can attend a place in relation to demonstration of justice, exercise on Section 35 Indigenous Treaty Right. That's Aboriginals only. You can go to an airport or transit station for essential travel. Please keep it essential. If not, you'll be named and shamed. And Metrolinx is really pushing people, to please, essential reasons only. So please do. You can visit a household of a person living alone, not a person living with another person or a group of people. A person living alone can visit one household at a time. You can buy and obtain animal food, veterinarian services assistance. You can travel for exempt purposes and moving or making arrangements to buy or sell property and or begin or end a lease. I know some people are like, no, moving at this time, even during coronavirus, so, but please stay safe. I've seen Atlas van lines and, discount and, basically moving companies, trucks and in and out about coming to the neighborhoods, moving. So there are fines for individuals who don't wear a mask or face covering in businesses and outdoor public spaces and crowded outdoor spaces. Please keep that in mind. There are fines and even closures for businesses that are contravening an order. That includes running a business when told to close temporarily, not coronavirus screening staff, no masks on, breaking capacity rules, no safety rules for staff posted, and not checking if staff are following coronavirus rules. Several businesses in Hamilton have broke these rules. They got busted. Hamilton is known for naming and shaming these businesses, and it gets embarrassing, I tell you. So there's fines for and gatherings exceeding more than 5 people who are not from the same household. Host will be charged up to $1,000. Everyone who shows up pays $750 each, and and charges may vary. This is not the time to have large gatherings or gatherings of any kind at all. So school though open this week for already open for Northern Ontario, Corta, Haliburton, Northumberland, Quinte West, Kingston, Frontenac, Atlantic and Addington region, Leeds, Grenville, Lanark region, and Renfrew County, London, Middlesex region, Wellington, Dufferin Guelph region, Ottawa region, and Eastern Ontario. So this coming Monday, so Brent region, Chatham-Kent region, Durham region, Haldimand, Norfolk region, Hamilton, Huron-Perth region, Lambton region, Niagara Falls region, so Niagara region, and Simcoe-Muskoka region. Yeah, it's surprising why they didn't go back to school yet. I thought they were part of Northern Ontario or something. No. So Waterloo region, Wellington, Dufferin Guelph region, and Windsor Essex region is going back to school on Monday. right after Family Day on a Tuesday, February 16th. Yeah, Toronto, Peel region, and York region. Yeah, students will be going back. Changes will be made if there's issues involving coronavirus cases. Now, takeout, drive-thru, and delivery services to restaurants, bars, and cafes are still available. Use DoorDash.ca for restaurants. The website isn't working. For delivery, use the app or call. Today's hospitalizations. 1,403 people are hospitalized. Okay, that's lower. Minus 58 compared to yesterday. 325 patients in ICU. Increased by 2. And 225 of them are in ICU are using a ventilator, so minus 16, so that's a sort of an increase, so that's still good. Long-term care homes, unfortunately, is 3,640 deaths. Although, like, the outbreaks have been lowered by 2, so by at 208 right now. So, okay. I just hope more vaccines are available to these people. Treat them first, and then we can treat the elderly people, and then sort of work our way down. And also essential people, like, anyone who works in like the essential, and also that it also includes teachers. So yeah. So please continue to follow coronavirus safety rules. Use social media to contact others. Only go on essential travel. Stay out of areas where coronavirus can be high. And please follow stay-at-home regulations until it's over. It might be over February 11th, and we might see something different afterwards, or it might continue. Who knows? We'll have to see. Don't go to other provinces for vaccinations. The fine is $500 and 6 months in jail. Stay safe, folks. Let's try and reduce cases. Let's try and keep it under 1,000, maybe. But right now, since it's at 1,670, it's gone up. Basically. Yeah, who knows? They might get better or worse.